Naoya might finally be getting a massive rework, and we also just got new information about Megumi's domain expansion potentially coming to Jujutsu Shenanigans. These changes could completely change both characters, and in today's video, we're going to cover everything. But before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'd really appreciate the support. Now, let's get into the news. Let's start with Naoya. As most of you guys probably know, Naoya is one of the most annoying characters to fight in the entire game. If you're going up against a skilled Naoya player, it can honestly feel impossible to catch them. They just keep moving around the map, constantly applying pressure, and if you make one mistake, you're probably losing half your health. Well, it looks like the developers agree that there's still room for improvement. Recently, they talked about Naoya's R special, and they straight up admitted that it feels a little lame. Honestly, I have to agree. Compared to the rest of Naoya's kit, the current R special is basically just running around. It gets the job done, but it doesn't really make the character feel unique or interesting. The good news is that the developers already have a concept for a replacement. Instead of simply running, the new R special would let you draw a path, similar to how Body Repel lets you aim before attacking. Once you've finished drawing the path, Naoya would instantly dash through it. But here's where it gets really interesting. If you press one of your moves while you're drawing the path, the hitbox for that move would activate along the route you created. And if you press R again before finishing, Naoya would simply dash through the path without using another attack. Honestly, this sounds way more creative than what we have now. Not only would it make Naoya more fun to play, but it would also raise his skill ceiling. Instead of just relying on speed, players would have to think about positioning and plan out their attacks before committing. At first, this is only a concept for now, so don't expect it to arrive immediately. But if the developers actually add something like this, I think it could become one of the coolest R specials in the game. Now let's move on to Megumi, or as some of you guys like to call him, Potential Man. A lot of players have been asking when Megumi is finally going to get his domain expansion, and unfortunately, we got a bit of bad news. The developers confirmed that it won't be coming in the next update. So if you were expecting to play Chimera Shadow Garden next week, you're probably going to have to wait a little longer. Honestly though, I don't mind waiting. Megumi's domain is one of the most unique domains in Jujutsu Kaisen, so I'd much rather the developers take their time and do it properly instead of rushing it. The good news is that they also shared another concept for how the domain could work. Instead of activating it anywhere on the map, they're thinking about making it only usable inside closed spaces or buildings, just like in the anime. Personally, I actually think that's a really cool idea. It makes the domain feel more faithful to the source material, and it also gives players a reason to think about where they're fighting instead of just pressing Awakening whenever they want. Imagine chasing someone into a building, only for them to suddenly activate Chimera Shadow Garden. That would actually be a really sick moment. Now, I know some people probably won't like the restriction because it means you can't use the domain everywhere. But honestly, I think it's a fair trade if it means the developers can make the domain more unique and anime accurate. Speaking of Megumi, I've actually showcased a custom Megumi rework before, including a really cool version of his domain expansion. So if you want an idea of what Megumi could eventually look like in Jujutsu Shenanigans, make sure to check that video out after this one. I'll leave the link in the description. Overall, I think both of these changes are really promising. Naoya could finally get a much more interesting R special, and Megumi's domain expansion is clearly something the developers are putting a lot of thought into. I'd rather wait a little longer and get two amazing reworks than have them rushed out half-finished. But now, I want to know what you guys think. Would you rather see Naoya's new R special release first? Or would you rather the developers focus on finishing Megumi's domain expansion? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to see my Megumi custom moveset showcase, click the video on screen now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.